Hi, I am Arki, the creator of the Pain Tracker app, a simple and fun application for pain tracking. Chronic pain has been with me since 16 years ago. It was so suffering for me that I had to drop out of my PhD study. Luckily, with continuous personal experiments with numerous pain management approaches and lifestyle modifications, I am now able to study and work without significant disabilities. There, I realized that chronic pain management is an experimental process, with chronic pain patients ourselves as the major researcher. The most important aspect to experiments is data. Then, what data do we need for chronic pain management? A huge number of factors plays a role in chronic pain, such as stress, food, medication, exercises, work and sleep setup, and more. Convolutions between all these factors makes it extremely challenging task for us to keep track of their correlations and not to say the communication with doctors. With modern technologies, we want to deconvolute this information and simplify the process for a personal dive into pain management. The overall process includes collecting data, analyzing data, and generating recommendations for the patients. A pain tracker application is the perfect interface to achieve these steps with chronic pain patients. Pain tracker applications available on the market are complicated and time-consuming to use, which makes it hard for users to commit and keep using it. However, consistent logging is the most important part to generate high-quality data for analysis. Also, although they provide charts to show certain trends, they still lack recommendations. On the other hand, several mental health tracking applications, such as Reflectly, provide excellent example for how we should provide health tracking experience. Their attractive user interface and conversational flow makes the tracking experience enjoyable rather than a boring task. In the first iteration, the objective is to make a proof of concept prototype to make the login experience simple and fun. Possible approaches include minimizing number of clicks through the process and create interactive data visualization. In designing the software architecture, we also want to make sure that we can easily extend options to track different categories and introduce different data visualization methods as our user research goes on. Basic features we introduced in this prototype includes record input, full text search for options, automatic record upload, and interactive data visualization. And now is the demo time.
Now let's enjoy the simple yet fun experience of pain recording together. So when you start the app, all the records that you entered last time will appear on the screen, which will make your inputs much easier. Last time I had worse pain, but today I have less pain. And swipe to the right. Last time I was anxious and angry, but I'm no longer anxious today and I feel happy, but a little bit angry. And now let's come to the exercises. Last time I ran for 1 hour. I ran for less time today, only 30 minutes. You can see here the time is updated. And I didn't do boxing today. I did something fun. So it's not on the screen, so I'm searching through our database. We can have full text search over here. For example, pole dancing. This is a fun one. Now you can see the pole dancing appears here. I can also on-click on this and select the time that I did for this exercise. And now everything is done. I can go to the last screen, which is the record screen. You can see here our data upload was successful. And it was just automatically done once you swipe to the last screen. The last screen is for data visualization of the records over a certain period of time. For example, the trend chart. The trend chart represents how two different type of category correlates. For example, this chart shows how exercise duration, the orange one, correlates to the mood level, the dark blue one. I can click on the small circles here to see the actual values of a certain point. And I can also highlight a certain line to have a clearer visualization. And the time span down there allows me to visualize over a different time span of aggregation. And I can also choose different categories to visualize over. For example, exercise duration versus pain level will be more valuable for me because I can visualize over this chart and decide how long I should exercise every day to reduce my pain. We also provide other types of visualization, for example, the contribution chart. Contribution chart is a little bit more complicated than the trend chart. It represents how much the items of a certain category contributes to another item in another category over a period of time. For example, in this chart, if I did running within 1 month, 20% of the time I will have less pain. And boxing contributes less. Similar to the trend chart, we can choose different categories to compare over. And we can also choose different time span for the aggregation. So that's everything you need to record your pain level and other activities or mood that you have today, and have a clear visualization of how those numbers correlate to each other and maybe what you can do to improve your pain over time. This is how simple this experience can be.
Now I will introduce the tech stack involved in this project, from design to front-end and back-end. The design was a collaborative effort with designer. Basic UI design was done with Adobe XD for the first prototype, and we have ongoing user research for the next iteration. React Native was used to create a cross-platform native application based on the React framework, and Redux was used as a centralized store for state management across the application. In our backend, we implemented GraphQL API endpoints with Express framework in Node.js. As data was stored in relational database PostgreSQL, which also provides searching functionalities. Cloud File Store was used for file storage and user management. As our user search goes on, new insight and requirements will inevitably require us to constantly update our applications. We will iterate, evolve, and expand beyond what we have today. However, it is challenging for native applications to keep up to date because they are installed on a device and updated less frequently. So our challenge is how to maintain flexibility while we're developing our product. We need to introduce flexibility across our tech stack, both in designing of our database schema as well as choice of technology. Instead of hard-coding categories such as pain levels, food, or exercises in the app pages, the categories are added dynamically to our database. Options are similarly added to the option table. Our frontends are implemented in a way that it renders pages dynamically with the categories and options it gets from the backend. Therefore, we can easily extend categories and options as we discover more important metrics to check for chronic pain patients. WebView in React Native allows us to render web content in the native application. With this, we can easily update our web page without the need to require users to update their native applications. React.js is used as the front-end framework to implement the browser application, and D3 was used to create a data visualization with a mobile-first approach. With a customer-centered pain tracker application, chronic pain management can become a simple and fun experimental process. We are actively carrying out user research for the next iteration of our application. Please comment below or contact me if you are interested in participating or discussing ideas on how to contribute to the chronic pain community. Thank you.